Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Makeup by Emma, and I am here with a beautiful blush bridal look on my teammate Abby. So now I'm going to take these pins and pin back Abby's hair. I got them off Amazon, I'll link them below. And then after that, I'm going to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in light neutral and prime Abby's eyelids for eyeshadow application. After I go in with the concealer and a damp beauty sponge, I'm going to set the concealer with two shades from the Tarteist Pro Palette, which I will link below. Brush and going in with a transition shade from the Tarteist Pro Palette that I'm going to link below. And these are just like some burnt orangey shades to transition Abby's shades into like a more purpley pink color. This just like starts the base so that everything I put on top of this color will blend out and it'll look seamless. Different Morphe brush that's a little bit fluffier and going in with some purple shades from a mini HUDA Beauty palette that I have. I will link it below. I actually got it on sale at Sephora recently. So I'm just adding those shades on top of my transition shades. And then I'm going to take a little bit more of a purple from the Tarte palette that I was using and going on top of that purple that I just put on there. Two of the sparkle shades from the same HUDA Beauty palette that I was just using for the purple shades, and I'm just putting that on a flat brush. I wet my brush with setting spray beforehand, and I'm putting the sparkles all over Abby's lid once I felt like the shadow is blended enough. I love the shade. It's very blush, very pretty and bridal-like. I just love the pinks and the purples, and it's very, very glam, but still soft glam. So I really, really liked it. And I just took that fluffy brush I was using and I went in with a little brown shade and blended out the outer corners just a little bit more. Okay, so now I am taking a really thin angled brush and going in with the black shade from the Tarteist Pro palette that I've been using, and I'm just lining Abby's lids with this before I go in with lashes. It just gives me a little base to go off of, and it blends the lashes well to her lash line. Now I'm taking a paper towel and micellar water and cleaning up Abby's under eyes from fallout that happened when I was doing her eyes. This is why I like to do eyes first, just to avoid any mishaps and any black shadow getting on the foundation. I just don't want that to happen, especially on wedding day when things are cramped for time, especially with a big bridal party. For lashes, I am using my most recent obsession, and these are the Naked Ardell lashes. I love them because they look like lash extensions, and they're really, really natural and just really, really pretty, especially for brides. Especially if you're not too comfortable with lashes, I really highly recommend these. We're going to go on into the face portion. This is my favorite part. First, I am prepping Abby's skin with Weleda Dry Skin Moisturizer. I always use this because it's really, really tacky, and the foundation sticks very well to it, and it just really hydrates the skin and makes it super glowy and pretty. Next, for primer, I'm going to go in with the Loreal Lumi Glotion. I've had this in my kit for a really long time. I use the lightest shade. I just think it adds a really pretty glow underneath the foundation that sets the whole tone for the bridal look. This one is tacky too. I really, really like it. I'd say it's good for all skin types. I mean, if you don't like to be shiny, like if you're more oily, I would say to stay away from this, but I really, really liked it on Abby's skin, and I think it's very pretty to start that glow for any bride. Next, I am using my favorite Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation in shades 6 and 7 on Abby's skin, and I am just blending that in with a damp beauty sponge all over her face. I did go in and add a little bit more for a fuller coverage look. You don't have to, but I'd say this foundation is definitely full coverage. It's not really medium. I like that it's full coverage, but if you're a bride that likes to see a little bit of skin through your makeup, I would go for like a BB cream or just something a little bit lighter than this foundation. Tarth Shape Tape Concealer in light neutral. I've tried other concealers, even like other high-end concealers, and I just can't seem to get past the Tarth Shape Tape. It's just hydrating and just so pretty on every bit of skin that I've ever tried it on, and it's just like my little safe spot to go to for under eyes because they can be a little tricky. So I use the Tarth Shape Tape, and I'm going to set her under eyes after blending this in with a damp beauty sponge with Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I hope I'm saying that right. I'm from the South, so probably not. Taking the RCMA foundation palette and using it as a cream contour with a smaller brush to just put it on Abby's face, and then I'm going to take a Real Techniques brush and blend it out. just so I can buff it out and make sure everything's blended before I set that with powder all over her face. Now taking a large powder brush, I'm going in with the Mercier powder again, and I'm just like brushing this, or not brushing it because you really need to dab into the face like with the powder brush, so nothing moves around, but that is what I use to set her face. Now taking a Morphe brush, I'm going in with Hoola bronzer, and this is by Benefit, and then after I put that bronzer on her, I'm just putting that in the place I put the cream contour. I'm going to go in with the Hourglass Ambient bronzer. I think it's in the lightest shade, and I'm just going to top the Hoola bronzer with the Ambient bronzer because it gives a little glow. And then I'm going to take a smaller brush and use the Hoola to carve out Abby's nose and just contour it a little bit. Nothing harsh. I just think it's prettier when it's a little subtle. Now I'm going in with a more angled brush and just topping that bronzer with blush. I went in with the Hourglass Ambient blush, I think it is. I'll link it below. And then I'm going in also with the Cover FX Blush Duo, and I will also link that below. For highlight, I'm using a Morphe brush as well, and I'm just going to go on her cheekbones, her nose, and her forehead with the Dior highlight palette, and then I'm going to also use the Cookie highlighter by Benefit. Next, using a flat liner brush, I'm going up to Abby's lower lash line and using like a light brown shade from the Huda Beauty palette that I use on her eyes, and I'm just lining her under eye subtly with this liner. Now I'm just going in with a disposable mascara wand with a waterproof mascara because it's a bride. She's probably going to tear up on her wedding day. I'm just going to coat those lashes that I put on Abby, and then going to go in on her lower lash line and apply the mascara to those as well. Next, I'm filling in Abby's brows with the NYX Lift and Snatch brow pen, and her brows are already really pretty and pretty in shape, so I just touch up her brows and fill in where I thought they needed it, but they are so pretty on their own. Now I am taking the Buxom lip pencil in Hush Hush, and I'm just lining Abby's lips, and then I'm going to go in with a lifter gloss, and I think it's the shade Ice, with a lip applicator, and I'm just going to blend the liner and the gloss together to make my lip color. I thought this was really pretty. I like it when the lips are lined darker on the outside, and it's kind of like a ombre effect, so that's where we went with Abby's lip color. After this, I also highlighted Abby's brow bone and her inner corners. I don't know why it's not filmed, but then I'm going to set her face with the Up Revolution Hydrate and Fix setting spray and fan her down. That was the complete look. I hope y'all love it, and like and subscribe to see more content in the near future. Love y'all, and thank you for following along with me.